Hey folks, my guest today is Vladislav Podolyako. He's building a tool called Folderly.com, an email, a platform that helps you understand your email deliverability problems and how to solve them. Vladislav, are you ready to take us to the top?
Absolutely.
Okay, first off, how did you discover this problem? Were you a marketer that had email deliverability problems?
Yeah, so I had like backstory about that. We have our sales agency called Belkins. We serve for our clients as an email marketing provider. We help them with B2B appointment setting. And like back like 2 years ago, we had an issue when like you can imagine we had the back there like 200 clients. It's around like 500 up to 1,000 mailboxes under our manage. We usually have our successful email campaigns where we are getting around like huge open rate, like 70% plus, a great reply rate, like 25% plus, and great appointment rate. And someday it like went up to 5% open rate, low replay rate, and no one like answer you at all, and there is no meetings, and our clients expected to get those meetings, and it was so frustrating. So I needed to spend some time to like solve this problem, and I like start to dive deep to this deliverability topic and find out that there is a lot of stuff we forgot to take care of. And for me, starting from that time, email marketing start to be like technical marketing, because you need to take care of different things like DNS settings, like set up in the right way your domain, mailboxes, tools. You need to have like keep an eye on your content, that you need to like do not use links or spam words, and you need to take care of your leads as well. So you need to like have hand-tailored leads and show like top-notch quality. And collecting all those case studies makes me make me the thought that we can pivot to the product, because a lot of marketers on the market and salespeople like SDRs, head of sales, etc., they're struggling with email deliverability because no one on the market shows you how to fix any spam problems it appeared in your mailboxes. So
Gotcha.
basically, yeah.
So this law launched out of Belkins, your agency, where you discovered the problem. Now, how big is Belkins? How much revenue did Belkins do in 2020?
So in 2020, Balkans did almost 6 mil in ARR, so in the annual revenue. We have like 150 people on the board of Balkans. There's a lot of sales marketing people. Also, we started there to collect our development team, which is now product team for the Folderly. And to give you an idea how those companies are related to each other, so we split it up all those two companies, and each of our product we build here, we split it up to a different company with different team with own resources. Because if you're bootstrapping, you need to take care of all those stuff. And since we're like to bootstrap, and we hate to earn investments because we can do it by ourselves, like less sleep, do more work, etc. So we want to split up everything and keep clean as possible. And even we do not outreach the clients of Balkans with the Folderly stuff yet, and we try to do it by our own, because we're like starting from scratch. Just what's the difference? We have our expertise and maybe resources at the beginning, like hiring or some sales and marketing efforts,
So,
but we,
just
yeah,
to jump in real quick, how many people are full time only on Folderly,
20.
and
So
how many
in
are
total, we have
engineers,
180 people. Engineers, 7,
and how many are sales and marketing?
2.
How many any quota carrying reps on Folderly or no?
We have customer success team, and it's now like 3 people.
3 people. Okay, so got it. There's 20 people on the Folderly specifically, 180 over at the agency. They're two separate cap tables. So how is the equity of Folderly split up? Do you own the majority?
Yeah, so I have a partner, Michael, as my partner in Balkans. So we're like equal partners, but in the Balkans. And what we do in order to creating our product. So we split it up on the each and every product we will build, and the person who like involved most have a majority, and the other person who just helping with advices or some other stuff have a
Were you
less. And yeah.
Folderly? So you have the majority. How much equity do you own in Folderly?
So we did like 60 on 30.
You own 60%, the agency
Yeah.
owns 30?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. So the agency will basically sit on the cap tables of these products that you guys spin out. And then you or Michael or whoever the leader is of the product will own 60% of the business.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. Do you like that model? Is it working?
So far, you know that a company like worth nothing because no one asks you for the price.
Yep. How many customers are you serving today on Folderly?
Around 100.
Okay. And what do they pay per month on average?
So we're starting to bill our clients $200 per month as the minimum subscription. On average, we charge our clients, so with every check, it's around $1,500 per month. So they scaled up on the system when they see the results.
So does that mean your monthly recurring revenue on Folderly is about $150,000?
Almost. So it bit less. I can say that's like a bit less. Okay.
Like 130,000?
Yeah, somewhere.
How are you getting new customers? Are you just selling to agency customers from Belkins, or where are you getting new customers somewhere else?
So first of all, since email marketing our bread and butter, we heavily invested into the outbound marketing. So we have like a SDR who handle the appointment setting, the guy who handles calls with me, and we this is the first source. So outbound marketing, and other source we heavily starting to spend to content marketing, SEO, and organically we're getting around, so not converted, around 100 leads per month plus outbound leads. We getting like 100 150 around that in the terms of outbound meetings. So in total, we having per month up to 300 meetings, which is converting to our to like further clients.
So 300 meetings, 150 convert into what?
No, I mean that 150 comes from the outbound marketing. So the other 100 coming from the organically from the other sources like content marketing and yeah.
From those 300 meetings, how many convert into paid customers last month?
Our average conversion rate around 10 plus. So at the beginning, when I like mostly involved in sales, it was like 25 because like founders can easily sell and you know what to say. And our average conversion around 10%.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Now, have you bootstrapped Folderly, or did you guys raise external capital?
Yeah, bootstrapped.
How much of your agency money have you invested into Folderly?
I can say that nothing, because if we will count the resources, so we hire the folks in the Folderly for the development team. We started to like raise the ideas that we need to build the product. So we have an idea that we solve for our clients in Balkans, and we need to build the product. So we started to hire people under the Balkans, and we started to build the product. And you know, we bootstrapped from the beginning, and we do not like add some money on top because we started to sell the product to clients even though we doesn't have like that MVP version. So we started to figure those problems by our hands for some clients that they appeared that they have those delivery problems, and they agreed to us to do this. And we like reinvest those money to the growth of the Folderly.
But Vladislav, before you had your first customer, you were paying engineers to build the platform. How much total did you spend before your first customer?
It's like funny small sum, so it's around like under the 10 grand.
Under 10,000. Okay, that's great. And you said there's 20 full-time on the team today. Do you plan to stay bootstrapped, or are you going to go out and raise capital?
Planning to stay bootstrapped, so we'll see.
And are you is the business profitable today?
From the day one.
How much profit last month?
Around 20%.
Okay, so call it $30,000 to the bottom line. What do you do with that money? Do you pay it out as dividends, or do you live it in the business?
Reinvesting. No, we were investing to the growth. So I've started to heavily like hire more people to like handle the stuff or like adding more acquisition sources like PPC and others. So reinvesting and planning to like getting more and more ARR.
Is it sticky, or are people churning?
You mean like people, the employee turnover or something? Churn. So our churn, it was 10. The July and August, it went under 25 because of the summer and like cutting costs of the budgets until the September and other business months. But our average churn rate is 10, maximum 15.
Okay, got it. And that's monthly churn?
Yep.
So that's really, really high. Why are people churning so much?
So because we're charging a lot for like average SaaS tool, we're charging $200 per mailbox. And they have other tools that they spend money with, like MailChimp or like Outreach.io and other tools. They like splitting those budget between those tools because those tools must to solve those problems, and they actually don't. Most of the time, they say that this is the high price, even though if we will solve this problem, or they thought that if we will solve this problem for once, they never appear again. But the thing is with email deliverability that if you are sending emails, you can go to the spam straight away because you like engaging with the people. People can be in bad mood and they like, can you report this spam, etc. So the like the first reason would be like summer for us in terms of increasement of the churn rate. The second would be that customers thought that this problem like one time problem that will solve and nothing happens again, and they like return back after the 6 months or even less. I had the case when Folk, our client, churn, and the next day he went again to the spam, and their open rate went like down, and he told me that, Vlad, can you like bring me again, and we'll do the stuff over again.
And so, Vlad, people are coming and going. I understand that. You'll figure out churn over time. But what does growth look like today? If you're doing $130,000 a month in revenue, where were you exactly a year ago?
A year ago, so we actually started in November. In November last year.
Okay, so you went from nothing to $130,000 per month in under what, 12 months?
8 or 9. It's already 9 months.
9 months. Okay. Yeah, it's obviously a really high growth rate. So it's fun to see you growing so quickly using your agency model. What does your week look like today? Do you spend any time on the agency, or are you only Folder.ly?
In some meetings. So some like execution decisions that I need to make. But overall, I'm like thought about building more products and creating some sort of Balkans Grow. So we'll build products under the Grow or services, and we'll like use our resources that we collected over the years, and we will like building those frameworks for like faster building of the products, and we will like bootstrap everything because we have an agency on the side. And yeah, so building the Grow, building Folder.ly on the side, and yeah, planning to grow bootstrapping.
Let's wrap up with the famous 5. Number 1, your favorite book.
Actually, it's Predictable Revenue by Aaron Ross.
Number
it's
2
our like Bible of sales here.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Actually, no one, because I haven't like the free time for following. I rather sleep.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business besides your own agency?
The good one. So it's Zapier and like Confluence and Jira and all those development stuff.
Number 3 or 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
It depends on the day, but it's the lowest like 4 up to 6.
Okay, and what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Married.
Any kids?
Without kids.
No kids. Okay. How are you?
25.
25. Last question. What's something you wish you knew 5 years ago when you were 20?
I wish I knew the experience I collected over the sales and marketing with agency, and that why it's so hard to build agency first. So you know that if you're building service, it's hard because it's everything around you and the like your partner. Michael and I started to build Balkans with like $100, and we like came so far with a lot of people. So I think I will tell myself that it's never was easier, just starting to go faster or something like that.
Folderly was launched, guys, in November of 2020. They've gone from nothing to a $1.5 million run rate in 9 months. How'd they grow so fast? Well, founders Vlad and Michael had an agency that did $6 million in revenue last year. They built the SaaS tool as a separate company outside the agency and are now scaling very, very quickly. The tool helps you make sure your emails don't end up in spam boxes. It's an email deliverability tool. Vlad, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.